There's Kobe and Coco. We're down to a mild mid-80s today. But still, hens are spending a lot of time outside the box. Babies are hot, but big and fat and sassy. I don't see these babies being any smaller than their big sister. One of them, the older one, is very dark. His skin is dark, and I see a lot of black coming in on his feathers, so he may have daddy's dark factor. The younger one looks a little lighter. He's more gray than black. But they're looking really good. They both have their bands on. And as usual, they're beautiful. So I had an interesting situation here. Let's take a peek at babies before I forget. Okay, Missy, I want to see it. Oh, look at those pretty babies. That's the oldest two. Where's the little guy? Oldest one is definitely a white. Second one's definitely a yellow based, and let's see if little one's showing us. I think little one's another white based. Isn't that nice? Happy to see white based so I can get some blue dilutes. They are looking fabulous. No problems at all. However, I did run into an interesting situation here. This is Marine, who's one hen that had paid the price for the fact that a bunch of my hens got released. And I ended up a bit short on hens. Her original mate was Limey. They raised me some beautiful Texas clear bodies. And then I had to split them up because I need, first of all, I had no other hens and I needed a normal hen to breed to Stratus here. And second of all, and a blue hen at that. And second of all, Limey ended up being my only Texas clear body, so I need him to breed to Luscious. Now I brought he and Luscious in here and put them in this cage directly across from Limey and Stratus. Usually I have more brains than that. And what happened was Limey and Luscious started setting up housekeeping, and then Marine realized, she came out of the box because her babies were getting bigger and didn't need her to sit on them, and she realized that Limey was in the next cage. And she and Limey started picking up their relationship again. She completely ignored Stratus. She still fed her babies and kept perfectly good care of them, but she would sit right there, as close as she could get to the cage that Limey was in, and he would sit right there or stand on the bottom, and they'd sing and chirp and chatter and carry on to each other. Limey completely ignoring Luscious, who had landed on the nest box and was kind of waiting for something to happen. So I took the nest box off because Luscious owns this nest box now. And she's just waiting for Limey to get his shite together and act like a man. So I moved him down here because this is the only cage in the breeding shed in which they cannot see each other. They're visually separated. And I expect that pretty soon Marine will stop sitting on this end of the cage and Limey will start noticing Luscious again. I'm kind of sad that I had to break them up. This is what the bonds are like. These birds are meant to bond for life, and they break those bonds only when somebody disappears. So they were separated for a long time, didn't see each other in the big flight cage, and then I turned Marine onto another male, and I thought I was done, but the minute they saw each other again, it was back on. Can you see him? He's talking to her. They're talking to each other. He says Tweely Dee, she says Tweely Dee. You still there? I'm pretty sure that not being able to see each other will cause that to fade. But after the Limey's done, I may end up having to breed him to Marine again because one of the hens that got let loose was his Texas clear body chick. So that was just a disaster. And Stratus, this Stratus is done with this litter here, this clutch, so he'll get sold on along with Scruffy. And I don't know about Luscious, so that's provided this even happens. I may have to put them back in the big flight cage again, just to break this up, and then bring them back in when Marine isn't in here anymore. Because Limey just stopped dead. That was the end of that. Luscious was actually even sitting in the nest box, and he just ignored her completely. So I may have screwed this one up and I might have to put them back out again. But I moved them down here and I'll watch them for a few days. And also, starting tomorrow, I'm going to be introducing some other pairs in here, which will make it a lot noisier and give them other distractions besides each other. So hopefully that will work. Other pairs. Let's go over and look at what other pairs I'm going to be bringing in.